Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive? Today we're going to explore mindfulness, specifically how it impacts older adults. We're looking at a 2025 study from Paul Verhaeghen and Grazia Mirabito at Georgia Tech School of Psychology,
Oh, cool.
along with Shelley and Aikman from the University of North Georgia.
I see.
Mindfulness is popular, but lots of research focuses on younger people.
Right.
Does it benefit older adults? What does the science say?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it?
What is mindfulness?
Well, this study uses the definition from Bishop.
Okay.
Non-laborative, non-judgmental, present-centered awareness.
That's, what does that even mean?
It means being present in the moment without judgment. Like, you're paying attention to thoughts and feelings,
Right.
but you're not getting carried away by them.
Okay, so if I'm like anxious,
Right.
I don't push the feeling away.
Right.
Just notice it's there.
Exactly. You're observing, not caught up in the story.
Makes sense. Why is this definition important?
Well, it's the foundation of the study. 46 studies, over 2,400 participants, all 60 or older.
Whoa, that's a lot of data. What were they looking at?
Mindfulness interventions,
Okay,
like mindfulness-based stress reduction.
MBSR.
Right, MBSR.
Yeah.
Also mindfulness-based cognitive therapy.
MBCT.
Yeah. And some less common techniques, too.
Interesting. So the big question is, did it work?
Good news is, yes. Mindfulness interventions helped older adults, improved mental health and well-being,
That's great. What areas specifically?
mental functioning, depression, anxiety, stress, sleep, and even their mindfulness skills improved.
So it's not just managing emotions.
Right.
It's like sharper thinking, more awareness.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty remarkable.
So mindfulness helps, but it's not a magic cure.
Right, it's not a magic bullet. The average benefit. Statistically significant, but not a huge transformation. Think of it like this. Imagine a scale. The average person. They start at, say, the 50th percentile.
Okay.
After mindfulness, they move to the 60th percentile.
So there's a shift.
Yeah.
But it's not an overnight miracle.
Right, and it's still great news. So many older adults struggle with anxiety and sleep. But yeah, mindfulness is a tool, not a replacement for professional help if needed.
Good point. So the effects vary. What influences how well they work?
This is where it gets interesting. The researchers found some surprises.
Ooh, tell me more.
Okay, so many studies modified the mindfulness programs, like they shortened sessions, or cut the retreat day, or reduced home practice.
Oh, wow, big changes. Why?
To make it easier for older adults. Maybe assuming they couldn't handle the full program. Time constraints, physical limits.
Makes sense, but did that backfire?
Maybe they might have reduced the dose of mindfulness, making it less effective.
So like trying to make it easier made it weaker.
Like taking a smaller dose of medicine. You get some benefit, but not the full impact.
That's a good analogy. What if older adults can handle more than we give them credit for?
That's a great point. We shouldn't underestimate them or limit their access to these interventions.
It's like we're giving them the easy version when they could thrive with the full experience.
Absolutely. Respect their autonomy, recognize their potential. And here's another thing, MBSR, the most popular one, had the smallest effect.
Oh, wow, that's surprising. Why do you think that is?
Well, it could be the modifications we talked about, right?
Yeah, maybe making it easier made it less effective.
It's a possibility. We need more research to compare standard MBSR versus these adapted versions.
Yeah, for sure. What else did the researchers find?
Well, the variations in effectiveness weren't random. It depended on a few things.
Okay, like what?
For one, interventions for specific problems worked better, like chronic pain or depression.
Like tailoring a suit. One size fits all doesn't work as well as something made for you.
Perfect analogy. Personalized approaches are important, especially for older adults.
Definitely. Makes sense that an intervention for chronic pain, for instance, would be more effective than a general program.
Yeah.
What about different types of interventions, like MBSR versus MBCT? Any difference?
Actually, yes, MBSR, the smallest effect. But MBCT and other tailored interventions, more promising, especially for specific issues.
Wow, interesting. What makes those approaches more effective?
Well, they combine mindfulness with other therapies. MBCT, for example, uses cognitive behavioral techniques to help with negative thoughts.
So it's not just being present. It's about changing thinking habits, too.
Exactly. And other interventions might use techniques from different therapies, too, to address challenges of aging, like pain, sleep, caregiver stress.
Combining the best of different approaches for a personalized plan.
Exactly. Personalization seems key for older adults.
So move away from one size fits all. Embrace the individual.
Right. Now, remember we talked about mental functioning being the area with the strongest benefit?
Yes, but what does mental functioning really mean?
Good question. It's broader than just mood. It includes things like vitality, how well you engage socially, overall mental sharpness.
So feeling energized, connected, mentally agile, all important as we age. Mindfulness could help older adults maintain those things.
Exactly. That's what's exciting. Mindfulness might not just reduce stress and boost mental health, but actually enhance cognitive function and well-being in older adults.
That's incredible. So much potential, but also lots of questions like, what are the long-term effects? What are the best ways to deliver these interventions?
Excellent questions. We need more research to look at long-term effects and explore different delivery methods, online versus in person, for example.
Clearly, we're just scratching the surface here. But it's exciting to see the potential for mindfulness to help people age well.
Absolutely. One key takeaway: aging doesn't equal decline. Older adults can grow, learn, and thrive, and mindfulness can support them on that journey.
That's a great message. I think this is a good place to pause.
Yeah, let's give our listeners a moment to reflect. We'll be back soon to continue our deep dive.
So we've been talking about how mindfulness can help. But it seems like personalization is key. Like maybe one size fits all doesn't work for older adults.
Yeah, good point. This study kind of hints at that. Remember those tailored interventions designed for chronic pain or depression?
Yeah, those had some of the best results.
Exactly.
Right.
The targeted ones were more effective than the general mindfulness programs. It's like, get specific, not generic.
Makes sense. Everyone ages differently. Different needs and challenges.
Right. That's why personalized mindfulness is so important. Move away from one size fits all, embrace the individual journey.
So instead of assuming everyone needs the same thing, we ask, what does this person need? What are their goals? What are they struggling with?
Exactly. Meet them where they are. Give them tools that actually help them.
And that could be different for everyone. Some people, maybe MBSR or MBCT works. Others, maybe it's something more specialized for pain or sleep or whatever.
For sure. And it's not just what you do, but how you do it. Group setting, individual, guided meditation, mindful movement.
So many options. It's about honoring the diversity of human experience, right? No single right way to be mindful.
I like that. It's like mindfulness is adaptable. You can weave it into your life in so many ways.
Ooh, I like that image. Like a tapestry, all these threads and colors, creating something unique and beautiful.
Nice. It's all about exploring, experimenting, try different things, see what clicks, what feels good, what fits your life.
It shouldn't be another chore on your list. Right?
No way.
That's
It should be empowering, enriching, connecting with yourself, savoring the moment, feeling good.
Well said. Okay, one more thing. We talked about how adapting mindfulness for older adults might actually backfire.
Yeah, that was interesting. A lot of studies modified MBSR and MBCT. Shorter sessions, no retreat, less home practice.
Right, they thought it would make it easier. But maybe it diluted the mindfulness.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it was based on assumptions, not evidence. Like, they're older, they can't handle a full session.
Underestimating them.
Right. So we got to be mindful of our own biases about aging. Don't limit people based on what we think they can do.
Such an important point. Aging doesn't mean decline. Older adults can grow, learn, transform, just like anyone else. Mindfulness can help them do that.
I love that. This research is so cool because it challenges how we think about aging. It opens up possibilities. We can support older adults in finding well-being, living fulfilling lives.
We're just at the beginning of understanding how mindfulness can help older adults.
Totally. And we need to be curious, open, respect the wisdom and experience older adults have.
I like that. Learning from each other, across generations. And mindfulness can connect us, share insights, support each other, create a more compassionate world.
Beautiful. Let's give everyone a moment to think about all this, and we'll wrap up our deep dive soon.
We've talked a lot about mindfulness interventions, and we often think of meditation. But this study, it wasn't just about meditation, right?
Right, yeah. They looked at all sorts of practices, yoga, stretching, even education about stress.
Interesting. So many ways to be mindful. Especially for older adults, they might have different needs preferences.
Exactly. It's not just sitting on a cushion. It's about being present, aware. And you can bring that into any part of life. Walking, listening to music, gardening, even just enjoying a cup of tea.
So it's about finding those mindful moments in everyday life.
Yeah, little pockets of peace already there in your routine.
Doesn't have to be complicated. Just pay attention to how your feet feel when you walk. Or really Notice the colors of your food, the sounds of birds.
Exactly. Shifting your focus from all the thoughts in your head to what's happening right now.
It's like hidden treasures of awareness that we usually miss.
And for older adults, going through changes, those moments of presence can be really helpful, grounding.
Thinking about all this, it makes me reflect on my own mindfulness.
Yeah.
Even just, a few minutes of breathing or stretching, it makes a difference
Yeah,
in how I feel.
that's great. Even small practices consistently can be powerful. It's not about hours of meditation. It's about making mindfulness a part of your life.
That's encouraging. It's not one more thing to do. It's about those little pauses throughout the day to breathe, reconnect.
Exactly. It should feel natural, not forced.
What a great message. Whether you're new to mindfulness or you've been practicing for years, there's always something new to learn on this journey of self-discovery and well-being.
I agree. Mindfulness is a lifelong adventure with all its twists and turns. Be curious, be kind to yourself, keep learning and growing.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into mindfulness and how it can benefit older adults.
It's been great exploring this with you. And to everyone listening, best wishes on your own mindfulness journeys.